So today's lesson was about taking our three-step process for counting up and putting it into a number line format. So just as a quick refresher, let's look at our three steps. Step 1, count by ones to complete the 10. Now let's use the example of counting from 13 to 500. And we're going to do this step by step. So from 13, we're going to count by ones to complete the 10. And we're going to do this in number line format, which is what we've been trying to do. So counting by ones, I'm going to mark underneath it with a +1 to keep it straight. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. We know, because we've been practicing our tens, that 20 is a 10. We can verify this really quickly by counting by tens and just understanding that when we count by tens, we go from 0 to 10 to 20. As you know, all tens have a 0 in the ones place and a second digit in the tens place. Okay. That is step 1. And we've counted from 13, counting from 13 to 500. Now let's move on to step 2. Step 2. Count by tens to complete the 100. Okay, so we're starting here at 20. Let's count up by tens. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And there we go. Step 2 is complete. We can go ahead and write plus tens down here to keep it straight. Awesome. Now let's move on to the next part. Step 3. Step 3. Count by hundreds to the needed 100. Now, we don't just automatically complete the 1,000 for how far we're going, because remember, sometimes we don't have to go all the way to 1,000. Sometimes we have to stop at, 500. Because right now, we're counting from 13 to 500. So, we counted from 13 to 20. That's step 1, by ones. Step 2 is we counted by tens, and we got from 20 to 100. Step 3 is now we're going to count from 100 to 500 by 100s. So let's count by hundreds from 100 to 500. We start with 100. Next is 200, right? 300, 400, 500. And we're just showing it all on our number line. Now, remember, there's that hidden step, that secret step, that if we needed to add something extra to 500, we would just count up from there. So, for example, if we, instead of 500, we wanted to go from 13 to 515, we would use our secret step, where we add the remaining numbers. Okay, So if we want to go from 13 to 515, once we got to 500, we could count by tens first to get to 510, and then we could count by ones to go to 515. And there we go. So what would this look like as a whole number line piece? Well, let's go ahead and open up a blank sheet. So we're going to count from 13 to 500. Well, we're starting here at 13. We're going to start with plus ones. And there we go. Step one's been completed. Now we're going to do plus tens, because we're going to complete the 100. Okay, so let's do a quick count on. From 13, we go 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we've completed step one here. Next, we count by tens, step two. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now we move on to, step three, where we count up by 100s. And there we have it. We've counted from 13 to 500 on a number line using our 3 steps. You can see them here. Step 1, count by ones. Step 2, count by tens. Lastly, step 3, count by hundreds.